So once you download the VMware and install it, you need to download Microsoft ISO. Here I have provided the link for Microsoft 2012. It's a evolution version, free for 180 days. Okay. Then once you download the ISO, you need to go to the file, new machine, click on next, and here you need to provide the ISO. So you can see is in the download one ISO file is there, that is for 6.5. It's for XenApp and XenDesktop, but I am looking for the 2008 or 2012. So let's wait.
Can you repeat? Can you please repeat this step again?
Okay, just it's a simply I'm just closing all these sessions, and you will get this screen without
Yeah.
without any
So I
machine.
will. I will get this screen after installing VMware Workstation,
Yes,
right?
right.
Okay.
So once you done with the installation, just go to the file,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
new virtual machine, click on next, and is installer disk image with ISO. Okay,
Okay.
just select this option, and it will ask you for the ISO file for OS. So you need to go to the drive and find if ISO you have the ISO, or in the downloads I have only one download is here. I will go with the, just a moment, let me do this. So here we are creating machines manually one by one, means
Yes.
in ZDC I have to install the ISO file of the XenApp 6.5. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and just a moment, let me increase the in the first machine, and second machine also I need to install it manually, and after that join this machine to the first machine is the form. Here I need to provide the form name and it will join the first machine. Same here I need to install manually here also. So each machine, and every time I want to create a machine in XenApp 6.5, I need to create it manually. So it's a manual process in the older version, but in the newer version it's comes with the MCS. MCS is the machine creation services.
It's a new feature in 7.15,
7.1,
right?
yeah.
Arvind, I interrupt you. Sorry. Arvind, for the last, if I using the 6.5 Zenith server, Zenith environment, so we can create a manually, right? All the other servers, right?
Yeah, right.
Part of JDC,
No, ZDC
right?
also you need to create manually. Means
JDC already create
each time you want to create a machine,
each.
yeah, each time if once you create a machine in 6.5, you need to follow the manual process. Means first
Okay.
you need to install the operating system, join that machine to the domain, and then install the Citrix Xena. Okay, rather
Okay.
than one option is here in VMware, we can create the template. Suppose I have installed this machine. Okay, installation is done. After that I can go to the options, and from here I can create a uh, snapshot or the template in the VMware. So from that template I can create the machines automatically with the suppose I'm creating a template to I have installed the Windows OS. I did not make any configuration, because if I make the configuration on that machine, every time I will get the same machine with the same configuration. But while that time we are creating machine through the template, we need to provide the different IP address. Means that every machine has a unique IP address, unique name. So in the template we cannot provide the host name, IP address. Means we cannot create the template with the fully configured. Okay. So suppose if I am creating a snapshot over here of this machine. Okay. So snapshot means the same copy of the previous machine, right? So
That means cloning.
it's a
Cloning the
cloning.
system, but this is you are not able to give the host name and IP address are different.
No, I'm telling you the difference. So suppose I'm creating a snapshot. So snapshot means snapshot will take the same configuration as this machine is configured. Same in template. If I am creating through the template, one machine I am creating through the template of Citrix AD. In that case, that machine will also create with the same configuration, with the same OS. Everything will be same. So in the template we cannot configure the all things. Only we can configure the template with the basic information. Okay. So once we create a new machine using the template, after that also we need to join that machine with the domain, and then we need to configure XenApp and XenDesktop. Okay. But in 7.x, what we do extra here, we just create a, this is I'm showing you is a Windows based machine, but we say this is a master catalog. Okay, master catalog. What is the role of master catalog? Just it's a master catalog. I'm just writing over here so that it can be readable for you guys. So it's the master. So master catalog is actually is a master copy of the machine. So each time I need, suppose I got a request to create 10 VDA. Okay. So for the, if I am following the manual process, I have to create 10 VDA and it will take a long time to create. It's a whole day process to create a machine manually. And if I got a request for to create 10 machines, then it's really a whole day process. So for in XenApp 7.15 we have a MCS processes here. This is a inbuilt process. So in that, first we need to create a master catalog with the all configurations, all applications we can install it in this server, and this server is connected with the delivery controller, and through the studio console we can go to the studio, and from there we can create machine catalog. Okay, once we click there, it will gives us three options to select: MCS, PVS, and third one is manual. Same is the other. So I'm not talking about PBS because PBS is a complete package. For that we need to install the we need to build a server, a separate server for PBS. But for MCS, it's an inbuilt feature. If it's enabled, we only need to choose the MCS, and MCS will create the machines. At the same time, it will create 10 machines automatically. We need to do anything in the background. Just we need to select the machine name range from XA1 to XA10 or VDA1 to VDA10, and once we process, it will create the machine automatically in the backend. I am showing you how it look like. And I think ISO file has been downloaded over here. So go to the download. Yes, sir. Download. So once the ISO file is just a moment. After that, I'm again coming to the VMware. Go to the file, virtual machine. You need to go to the next. Select the ISO file here. Once I choose the ISO file, open it. It will show you the version. Over here is a Windows Server 2012 R2 detected. Okay, the same version I have downloaded. Then I need to click on next. And here it will ask the product key. If I have the availability, we can. So you need to provide if you have provided the key, version, and always remember, don't go with the data center core or standard core, because core is with the CMD version, is with the command line only. Okay, then next. Here you need to provide the name. Citrix DDC2. I have put the name over here. The server name is DDC2. DDC2 means is a desktop delivery controller. You can say it's a delivery controller. Then also, if you want, you can change the location. I am putting it in the VM. This new is a Citrix DDC2. Select it. Okay. Then here you need to choose the disk size, then make it default. Next, and from here we'll select the host only option for networking. And memory, if you want to increase, you can, but I am going with the same memory, 2 GB, and then close. Once you finish, it will start creating the machine. Let it be created. In between, I am going to the Citrix DDC1. Is the first Citrix server which I have created here. So in that I am showing you how MCS. So this is all about. I am going to tell you about the MCS process. The basic requirements for MCS is a DDC server, means delivery controller, DC1. Is a 1, and this is your delivery controller 2. Okay, so our first basic requirement is delivery controller. Second requirement, we need to create some master catalog. And in master catalog, suppose why we are creating multiple master catalog servers. Suppose in a organization or your client is using a number of applications like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF, SAP, Hyperion, or the other applications like related to designing. Okay, in that case, uh, suppose you have a number of list, you have 12 applications which you need to publish through the Citrix. So in first catalog you need to install 3 or 4 applications. In second you have applied 3-4 applications or other applications on the third. So suppose I am creating here is the first server. We have PDF, MS Office. Okay.
So basically, master catalog server is used for the applications, right?
No, master catalog server is used as a master copy. Suppose you are going
Master?
master copy, like you are going to the photocopy shop. So you are going there with the master copy of your document, and through photocopy machine you are generating the other copies using that master copy. So this is, suppose this is a master copy of the server. Using these servers you are creating the copy of the other.
Your voice is
Your voice is breaking, sir. Just wait. I'm telling you again. Okay. So once you create machines using this master catalog server, it will create. Suppose I am creating 2 machines using this master catalog server. So once we put this in the MCS process, it will create 2 machines with the same application. Means MS Office and PDS will be installed on this machine and this machine. Okay, and MCS process will also provide the unique host name and the IP address to these 2 machines, because every time we create a machine we need to provide the different host name and the different IP address. Okay, understand? Hello.
Yeah.
So here, to create machine catalog, we need to go to the machine catalog. And what machine catalog does? Machine catalogs create a process to create these 2 machines using the master catalog. Means in studio machine creation, just let it open. In studio, Citrix Studio is a machine catalog, is the tab through that we can create machines using MCS or using master catalog server. So for this we would have one master catalog server. Once we have created a master catalog server already in the environment, we can click on this, go to the machine catalog. Okay, and it will show us the options. Suppose here in the next is a introduction, then it's showing OS type, desktop OS and remote PC. Whatever it says, server OS means Windows Server, desktop OS Windows 7, Vista, Windows 10, like that. Okay, click on next, and now you can see the machine creation services. MCS is not available when using physical hardware, right? Means MCS is only available once you are using the virtual hardwares. Virtual hardware means your backend should be a hypervisor. Hypervisor means Microsoft Hyper-V, Citrix, Zen Server or VMware ESXi. Okay, But here I am using VMware Workstation. Is a workstation, not ESXi. So it will not support this version. So for that I need to create an extra machine over here and install the VMware ESXi or Citrix Zen server on that, and then our MCS will start working. So suppose I have selected the MCS, then next I need to go here. Here I need to provide the active account, means the server name. Suppose I'm giving is a Citrix AD, and it will fetch the master catalog server from here. Is I think is AD, check name, okay, and it will reflect here. This is your master catalog server, and the VDA has never registered with the delivery controller, so no information is available. It means in this server we have not installed the VDA file or VDA application. That's why it's showing the blue icon. Once it will get the VDA is installed on this server, it will show you the green check, okay, like this. So this is the overview of MCS, but here one more thing I need to add: the background in which you will create your virtual machines. That would be a hypervisor. Means this is the
Hello.
yes.
Please connect.
So this is your hypervisor environment, and how we can enable the hypervisor in Citrix. So for that is in the configuration part is a hosting option is here. Okay, in the hosting we need to click on the add connections and resources, and it will show the options of available hypervisor. That is a Microsoft Hyper-V, VMware vSphere or ESXi. You can say same thing. It's a ESXi or vSphere. Cloud platform, Microsoft Azure, Amazon EC2. So if you have a account created in EC2 or Microsoft Azure, you can click. And Satyanki Das, are you available?
Hello.
Yeah, Satyanki. So yesterday you told me that you have some basic knowledge of EC2 or AWS. So you know about the API key, from where we get the API key or secret key from AWS, or we can just get it from the AWS, and we need to put the keys here. In the connection we can provide any name, and it will connect with the hypervisor.
Yeah, API key, when we create the EC2, at that time its option is coming, the API key is coming, and you have to download the key first,
Yes.
and after that you have to start the thing.
Okay.
And then the key copy paste the key.
Just here we need to copy paste API key as well as the secret key. Apart from this, if I am going with the Azure, I need to provide the subscription ID over here, and connection name I can provide anything. And Studio tool, machine creation services, select this option when using app disk, even if using provisioning services. Okay, so I am using the machine creation services. And apart from that, vSphere option, if we have a vSphere server, we need to provide the user ID domain, and the password and the connection name. Here I can provide anything, but in this section we need to provide the URL of the vSphere. vSphere is the web-based client for VMware ESXi. So it's a web-based, that's why we need to provide the web address of the vSphere client. Okay, and this is Microsoft Hyper-V. SCVMM is the management console for Hyper-V. We need to provide the URL. Is also a web-based client, so we need to provide the SCVMM URL here, domain name, password, and connection name. And once we click, it will ask some more things like storage management, storage selection, network, and basic things to connect with the hypervisor environment. And once you connected with the hypervisor environment, you can create machine catalog using the master catalog services. So it's a look like through the option you have seen here, machine catalog, using through this is going through the machine catalog. Again, see the option is a machine catalog. Okay, this is your and through machine catalog we need to select the option. Suppose here just I am showing you 3 machine catalog is here, is a master catalog server. So once you are going through the machine catalog, it will ask through which catalog you want to create machines. So first I am going through the this machine, and using first one I am creating these 2 machines. Okay, so what application would be here is a MS Office and PDF.
MS Office and PDF.
Same thing is here, MS Office and PDF. In the next time I am creating one more machine catalog, and that is using the SAP, this one, and through that I am creating 3 machines. Okay, then all 3 machines having the same application, SAP. Okay, so once I created 2 catalogs, one is for MS Office PDF, one is for SAP, then I need to create delivery groups for which groups of users, for which specific user I want to publish that applications. For that I need to create the delivery group. So here first suppose we have 2 or 3 delivery groups. So what I will do, I will create a delivery group for these 2 servers. These are in delivery group 1, and this delivery group I can say the name is a SAP to account. I am putting this as account section. Okay, and this one for marketing. Okay, so it means this server would be accessible for marketing and this server is accessible for account section. It means we will add account users in this delivery group, and here we will provide access to marketing department for this server. That is the use of delivery group. So once we create the delivery group, we have an option to create applications or desktop. So for that is the application option is here. Once you click, you will get the add applications, and 6.5 is the same process as 6.5. so first it will call the delivery group and then it will create the applications from there. So in the application section only we need to provide the application path and the exe path. Suppose I am creating an application for GoToMeeting, then I need to go to the application properties. From here, this is the exe path. I need to copy this path and provide it in the application section. Also we need to copy this and after this we need to provide the exe file. How is the exe file? It's just GoToMeeting.exe. Once you put the GoToMeeting.exe here, it will the complete exe path, and this without exe is the home drive path, folder location. So it's ask only two things, is the folder location and the exe path. Also you can get it from if I am on the same server, just studio, click on the application, go to the properties, and you will get the path is the exe path, target, order. If you delete this exe, apart from exe is the all is a folder location. Okay, till here any doubt?
Yeah, I have a doubt. That location you have to the delivery controller is like the group server type of thing.
Delivery controller is the master server
Having
which is responsible to manage everything on the VDA or the Citrix environment. It is basically the controller. It controls all activities on Citrix environment.
all and operation lead to the system.
So it's a automatic machine creation process. Once we start creating the machines through MCS, that MCS will provide a range of host name like VDA hash. It's a hash comes for the numbers like 00 to 99. If I will put one more hash, is a 000 to 999. So every time it will get a different host name. Okay, and for IP address, so MCS process will find the reserved IP for Citrix, and from there it will take 10 different IPs and assign that IPs to the newly built VMs. And also these VMs are
any software, any application I need to add. Means in a Microsoft Office is there, PDF is there.
Yeah.
I need the WinRAR. Then directly I have to install in the system, or then machine catalog.
that process I am telling you. You know this is the hypervisor. So why this MCS process is useful? Because suppose now you have created the machines, delivery controller, and blah blah all the things. Okay, now your environment is ready, and suddenly one new Microsoft patch comes in the market, and Microsoft suggested you to download the patch in the Microsoft VMs, all VMs. Okay, so Microsoft Office patch you need to apply in this or this machine. To apply this, what you need to do, you need to log in into this machine in the machine catalog. Here you need to apply the patch. Also, if you want to add one more applications like zip or any other application, then you need to install on that. And after that, one option is here to update the catalog. Then once it's done, from machine catalog you will right click and find the option to update catalog.
Acha, in a machine catalog, in a hyper
Update.
in a machine.
So
No need to go
go on this
install the on every single user. You have to just go to the user, right click on it, and update catalog.
yeah, just you need to update the things here, and then right click on the machine catalog. Once you created the machine catalog,
Acha.
machine catalog will be visible over here. It will be reflecting here. Just you need to right click on the machine catalog, just right click, and update option will be available. Then
When the machine is there.
you need to in the update is immediate you want to update it, like in big fix how you update the things. Suppose one new patch you need to apply on the machine, then how you apply? Can anyone tell me the process?
Yes, first select the client in the BigFix console and write it. And over here, showing is the which patch is missing. And right click and go to the process. Click on deploy the patch and click on start the deploying and showing the timing. Which time after that you can restart the machines and
Yes, yes.
how much time to take.
The same thing is
Basically showing like this.
yeah, same thing is here.
So one more question is, Arvind, the master catalog server is provided by the created by ourselves and the server team as well
No,
for the master.
server will created by the Microsoft Windows team. Okay,
Okay, server team,
yeah,
right?
server team will provide you the raw machine with it's a basically domain joined machine. Nothing will install.
Domain join machine.
Okay,
Okay.
so on that
Okay.
you need to install the master catalog. It's a same you as a VDA. You need to install the VDA,
Okay.
but at the time of installation, you need to select. You need to create a master catalog server, or you just want to install the VDA. So once you select the you
Okay.
want to install the master catalog server, that server becomes a master catalog. So
Okay.
once you click on the update catalog, you will get option immediate you want to apply this on the machine or restart them, or you need to schedule this, or on next reboot it will apply. That all options will you will get on the update catalog. Okay, it's the same process. Means it's a something is like the WSUS or big fix. It's a for in the when I am talking about the update process. So in case
Yes, yes. Same is the SCCM as well.
SCCM, correct. So in the same, if here you want to uh, create a new application like Tally SAP, okay, then first you need to install that application on the master catalog. Then the catalog which is created using this machine, on that you have to right click there, and from there you need to run the update catalog. Also, if once you run each and every option from here, like you are creating a catalog, or you are updating the catalog. All the things will stored over here. So what activities you will perform from this console, it will automatically gives you the PowerShell command from here, like get LIC certificate is the first command which I created. It's created at the time I have connected the license server with this console. So everything you are doing from here, it will give you the PowerShell command also. So if you want, you can just copy that and make a note for your reference. Okay.